listeners, Harika here, and I'm super excited to welcome you to UppTalk. If you're ready to learn and get your hands work wonders in the world of information technology, then you're in the right place. When I say UppTalk, we are not just another edtech company. Consider we are your learning partner committed to unlocking your full potential. Whether you're stepping into the world of technology for the first time or looking to advance your career, we provide top-tier, hands-on courses to build up your career. Let's take our first step towards learning here and explore it.
Let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. In terms of how to calculate in order to write down the data offsets, in order to write the cut of date template cut of date and the data offsets lift date. What is that word? Face lift date, payment cut of date, schedule run, payroll run, all these dates, cut of date, all these dates. After that, we define the payment methods. Payment methods are like single payment method or X organization payment methods or personal payment methods. And then we are going to define about the payroll flows. Payroll flows is like what calculate the first payroll process to be excluded from the payroll calculation area. That is called payroll first. Calculate premade payment from a payment distribution. Payroll flow. Submit a process or report. Payroll process sequence. The following flows can be run one at a time to complete the full payroll cycle. Calculate payroll, calculate prepayment, make EFT payment, generate check payment, generate face lifts, calculate costing of payment, transfer to subletter. The following flows can be done at any time to complete the full payroll cycle. Calculate payroll, calculate prepayment, make EFT payment, generate face lifts, calculate costing of payment and transfer to GL. What is element? Element is any circumference of pay or compensation given to an employer. The compensation may be in the form of cash or non-cash components, basic salary, housing allowance, transport allowance, medium medical premium, leave, vacancy, paid time of car allowance, alimony, child support, taxes, property funds. All these are salary components, right? Basic salary, housing allowance, transport allowance, all these are salary components. Element is what? It's a component of pay or compensation given to an employer. What is an element? Element is what? A component of a salary can be basic salary, housing salaries, transport bonus, vacation leave, pay time of car, house alimony. And every element is grouped as classification of earnings. Earnings can be anything. It can be reductions, or every element can be grouped as classifications of earnings. It can be element, can be earnings reductions, employee charges, voluntary reductions. It can be basic salary, housing allowance, transport allowance, medical premium bonus, vacation leave, pay time of car, house alimony, child support, and taxes. All these things comes into basic salary. Basic salary is what? Housing allowance, transport allowance particular. All these are supports. I check out as these elements. All these are elements. Basic salary, transport allowance, pay time, child support, taxes, property fund, all these things are elements. And every element is to trust earnings reductions and voluntary reductions. All these things are clubbed together as elements. Element is what? It's any component of the salary paid to an employee. What is element? Element is any component of a salary paid to an employee. What is can? Element is any component of a salary paid. You understand what is an element. Element can be non-recurring, and recurring elements are entered once and paid in the exit pay period. Recurring elements they are entered once and paid in every pay period. Every pay period you pay that. And non-recurring is that you have to be entered in every pay period. But reckoning will come in entered once and paid in every pay period. For example, suppose I say HRA is bought, HRA house is bought. It's not a recurring pay period. It comes with a recurring pay period, and non-reckoning comes like bonus. Bonus is what? It's a non-reckoning element. It will not come into under everything. Bonus is a non-reckoning element. It will not come every pay period. It will not come. It's a non-reckoning element. Salary is a recurring element paid to an employee. Medical premium is a recurring element, will bonus the non-reckoning element. Priority for element is which controls the order in which elements are processed. Priority is assigned to the classification by the range of numbers. I will tell you what is priority. Priority is like 1 to 1000 and 1 to 6000. 1 to 1000. This is the priority that you have. What is the priority that you can have for classification of numbers? What is the priority that you can have? Every element has more than one input value. Input value is anything that is required to process the element. What is the input value? If basic salvage 10,000 and housing runs 50% of the basic percentage of R is input value. I'll show it in the screen that pay value is. Input value is 50%. Input value is what? Input value is the pay value. That is what else is activated. What is that? 50% of the payment, like is the basic salvage 10,000 housing. 50% of the basic percentage of HR is input value. Pay value is what? Put the final amount payable to employees against that element. That is pay value is the input value, whatever you pay the employees. Input values can be type numbers, character, date and days. We can also define rules for each input value. For example, maximum, minimum, default. Input value is what it is like. It is like the pay value, whatever you're paying that element, particularly against that element. I'll show you in the screen how to create an element after this theory. If the salary is 10,000, housing runs 50% of the basic percentage of HR is input value. I should show it to you. My client groups, workflow structures. I am not going to work for a second. Now go to payroll. Now you can see the screen sharing and you can see the first relationship. Now I will teach you one by one. I will teach you everything. Now go to element entries. Element entries view process for information groups, calculate entries, calculation cards, posting of persons, payroll relationship, personal payment methods, third-party personal payment methods, facelets, payroll information, external event and notification. One by one. I'm going to show you the details. What is simplified? Quick pay, personal redraws, batch loader, submit a flow view, flows payroll dashboard specialty. All these things I'm going to teach you Go to element entries. Search for the person. I'm searching for a person called. Now select this person. Annual salary is mine. Now effective actions create. Now I create an element entry actions. Create a new. I show you the element already created once. And I'll show you the element already created once. This is what annual salary is. Element name, recurring element. You can see standard earnings. An element entry and pay value. Is it not amount? It not salary proposal. Is this one posting general information? These are the things that we have done. Now go to element entries. Search for any employee. Suppose I start as AI importer and create your housing. Allowing say personal loan, regular salary, whatever that personal loan housing alloys. You have social allowance, network housing nice regular salary personal loan. Assignment details like this continue on this. And then we can start about the general information. Take pay value, pay value. Can you write us for this element? Personal loan. Suppose I have taken a loan of 10,000 rupees, right? A value is what input value, whatever the amount that you pay, that is called input value. And this is the amount that I am paying periodically, lunar month or monthly. Suppose I say calendar month. This is the thing. Deduction reference. Now I'm going to talk about the areas. Areas means what? Areas means like missing payment or something, money that is owed and should have been paid earlier. That is backdated payment. I think. Arrays clear areas. You have to clear the reduction reference. You must enter a value, reference number, something. Total owed entry value. That means whatever input values you're going to enter. All these things we are going to enter. These are things that we have. It is a personal loan that I have taken from the bank. Like this is the element that we have created. Deduction personal loan. Here on the personal loan as on date 621, I'll take first of this date, 1st June. This is the personal loan that I have created and clear areas. Production payment. Now save the barriers element entry and then submit this. This is the areas that we have created. Now go to costing. Costing is what? Costing account. That means it goes into some credit account. Anything which is both goes to credit account, that is called costing. And it means like you have to, if you want to make changes to this problem. Through this and personal loan, that means you create an element name for personal loan that you have created on this thing. Ticket element entries. Now go to calculation. Now coming to adjust individual balances. What are the adjust individual balances? Search for the employee. Search for any employee. This time take in ran. Now effective. Start with the element name. Select any element. Suppose element and submit. Now assignment number. If I am taking as E102, that is the assignment. Second assignment that I am taking. Gross sales and amount. Adjustment value is suppose 2000 rupees. Amount will be 2000 rupees. I just include adjustment in payment balance included. Desperate in costing process. No adjustment means like you want to adjust that balance. Suppose, how do you get that balance, that amount, that this adjustment of the balance? That is for individual adjusting your balances right. Now coming to quick pay. Now coming to, I will teach you a quick pay first. What is quick pay? It is for a single employee. If I'm giving the employee, it is for a single employee. Now go to AI search any employee. Now search for any employee. You have to calculate the quick pay of this employee. I have created one element. Create a payroll name. I have not created any payroll. Go to simplified quick pay. Search for the person. Search for employee. All these things, the elements that you're seeing dental post-tax dental employer, dental pre-tax medical employer, all these things that you're seeing medical pre-tax, supplementary life pre-tax, all things that you're seeing, these things, all these things are elements name actually, right? All these things are element name right. Go to these things. Go to add. Element name you can write here as I just want to tell you these things. Calculate with a quick pay dogra and you have to submit these. You have submitted this element and you have to what you have to do. You have to submit. These elements have been processed. You can see these checkbox have been checked right. These have been checked. Checkbox have been checked. That means you have to process these elements. You have to process these elements. And we have to select any element, select all, and you have processed these elements. You have to pay semi-monthly payroll. And you have to pay these things quickly means what you have to pay this particular employee, let name is, for example, continue this element, continue. Elements have already been. I can select any element by default for this employee. The element was already there. That is why I didn't select that element. I'm taking the element which is already being calculated. Calculate quickly, and then we are calculating the picture of the samples. Now we can see the statement of earnings. Right? This is the gross pay, pre-tax reductions, employee tax reductions, world reductions, net payment. All these things pay run. All these things we are calculating. We can calculate you can see the net payment. Abroad contribution, employee contributions, earnings, pre-tax reduction, other reductions. The gross pay, pre-tax reductions, employee tax reductions, world reductions, and net pay. All these things have been paid actually properly, right? This is the standard earnings that we are paying, right? Now we have to show details. Now we are going to calculate what we are going to. This is the regular salary, employee tax reductions we have. Social Security, employee with health, medical health, SIT with health, and supplementary life pre-tax, medical pre-tax, dental pre-tax, vision care pre-tax. All these things. Now, employee contributions, we have dental employer, wellness employee, medical employee, vision employee. All these things we have. All these things have been run. Now, this is the page. This is the net payment that we have. This is the earnings, employee tax reductions, pre-tax reductions, other reductions, employee contributions. For a single employee, this is the quick pay. Now I'm going to calculate the statement of all things. I hope it comes to say that these SOE will come. SOE means the statement of all things because every employer wants the statement of all things also. Now go to View Statement of Earnings. Take time. Usually takes this much of time. It is not a network problem. It is not a network problem. This is the time because it has calculated the areas of the back payment. It will calculate the pre-tax reductions, the post-payroll reduction, everything it will calculate. Post-tax reductions, pre-tax reductions, everything. Is 140 days is the period. Current salary is 31,000. Annual salary is this salary basis. Working hours is 40 hours that you have. And usage. Why is this taking much time? I hope it opens. Now you can see the SOE. Now it has come. SOE statement of earnings is what? Statement of earnings is 2,251 and pre-tax reductions, employee tax reductions, other reductions, employee contributions. Now gross pay, pre-tax reductions, employee tax reductions, small reductions and net payment. All these things are comes under the quick pay. Quick pay, regular pay loan. Right. All these things are comes under quick pay, regular pay loan. Statement of earnings is what? That is your earnings and reductions. Your earnings is this and your reduction is this. Your earnings is, reduction is this and reduction is this. Employee contribution is this. Your PFF account, your pre-tax reductions employer contribution, employee tax reductions earnings. All these things comes under pre-tax reductions. All these things are like this tax contribution to it. Go to action and you can see the current SOE statement of earnings. Now what is the submitter flow? Now we can see the simplified quick pay of single employee that we have seen. I have not shown you the things like this thing. I have not shown you how to create. This is the employees that have already been in the application. And like these are the things, element name, all these things. Element of wellness, employer wellness tax, regular salary, US taxation, medical employee contribution, life pre-tax, all these things already there. We have already seen these things, right? But I have not created an element. I have. This is all the predefined element that I've taken and shown it to you that this is the thing, how it happens. But in the real life implementation project, you have to create your own this thing, right? You have to create your own. Go to poster. Create an element. What are the steps? I'll just show you the steps. What are the steps of creating a payroll? Create cutoff dates. Create cutoff dates. Create date offsets. Then we create payment methods. Payment methods like organization and postal payment methods. Let's say postal payment. Once this is done, create elements, create data elements, also create elements, recurring and non-recurring. Then what we are going to create. Then create what? Create elements, element link. Link to payroll. Then what we are going to do? Rate offsets. Payment is now. This is done. Now process the payroll that is called prepayment. Check what else we are going to do. Check payment. Check cash check writer. We can have check writer. Check writer. Cash and check writer. Prepayment payment is what? Payment, prepayment, payment, post payment. Now process the payroll. You have to process the payroll. Run the payroll. That is, run the payroll by either you do quick pay or else you do what? Payroll run. EBS nothing. You must be knowing these things right. Pay payroll run right. Check, cash check writer, direct deposit payment. Run the payroll. Sweet payroll run. What will come in the post payment? Payslip. Transfer to GL. Transfer to GL. I will show you how to do payroll run. Here we have what called payroll flow. Simplified payroll flow pattern. Payroll flow pattern. And here we call quick pay, and both are simplified quick pay. Payroll flow pattern and simplified quick pay. Payroll flow pattern is like running the payroll. Now, one by one, we are going to discuss about one by thing. Are just individual balances. We have done. Now calculation parts. What we have done. What are batch loaders? Schedule. Batch loaders are what? Click like suppose I am going to select any batch. Select a batch law and enter batch. This is clear. This is clear. Elementary entry. You have clear. Element design. You have clear. Salary basis. I am going to teach you. Balances and batch. This. I am not hit batch element entry. A balance piece. Batch element entry. I will show it to you. That means if I have to run a batch. Batch name is like batch run frame. Cancel the operation. Cancel the operation. Batch element entry is like venue. Batch lines create. When you are entering a mass update of batches actually, when you have like the header, the batch head press, the element entries, set the effective rate. When you want that to take effect, enter the name of the batch. Create a new entry. Reject entry. What is this used for? Actually, it is used for one element entry for assignment. Create batch lines. That is validating a batch element, transforming a batch, forging a batch, and roll back a batch. Select the element in the batch. And then coming to element's name, we are going to discuss our elements. We are going to discuss elements. Now we are going to go to play role. What is play role? What is play role? I have it in trees. Search for the person, the law. Create a new element. Actions create. Elet name. Element. Entry an element is a different thing. Element classification is standard earnings. Entry type is element entry. Element entry. Element entry. Regular salary is regular salary. Standard earnings is standard earnings. Element entry. Pay value is 100. Suppose 10. Pay amount is 10,000. Full-time equivalent. Element entry. Pay standard earnings. Regular salary. Costing. Element entry. This is the element entry. Regular salary. Element is standard earnings. Element classification name is standard earnings. And entry type is element entry. Standard earnings is the element is regular salary that we have created. For the pay value is 10,000 that we have created. Now save this. 4-5. We have created new element. I will just create a new one. Now go. Oh, Now you can see calculation entries. What are these things actually? Calculation entry is what? When we talk absences, standard entries, tax folding. All these are calculation. Balance sheet, element, input value, element entry rows formula. Element entries. We have a capture payment which anything needs to be qualified as 30% with the third person. Element eligibility. Depending on the specific requirement, the eligibility will be paid by the person's job. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@uptalk.com.